All right. So this section is going to be showing you how to fix all the errors you have. Before we begin, I just want to quickly recap the funding tiering system. If you did not understand a single thing that I said in those videos, do not worry about it because I did not understand the tiering system as well when I first started. Yet I did all these things to fix my profile and I still got funded. So even though it's important to understand, if you don't get it right away, or let's say you never understand it, that's fine, right? That doesn't matter. You're still going to get funded if you just follow these steps and just this general structure, right? Because it's just an algorithm. At the end of the day, you don't have to fully understand it to get approved, right? Is it recommended? Yes. Is it necessary? Hell no. I don't care what anyone says because when I first started, I didn't have a clue, but I still got funded and I still help other businesses get funded. Anyways, moving forward. So you want to fix these first. This is required before applying for funding. All of this needs to be fixed. So your business bank account, the EIN needs to match the business name and address, correct business name and address for the DUNS number. The business address must match across all these right here. And you want to have a merchant processor like QuickBooks, Stripe, or any other sort of merchant processor, right? Uh, and I keep mentioning this. Do not use virtual. I keep mentioning not to use virtual because um, a lot of people just overlook the fact, or they go online and they see that it's okay, and then they do that, and then they get denied. Right? That's why I keep repeating myself, and you're gonna see it again in this section that I repeat myself again, not to use virtual. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not using theory here, and this comes directly from lenders. That's what I do. Right? I talk to business bankers. So again, if you don't want to believe me, go for it. Use a virtual address, but I'm telling you now, do not do that. Use your home address if you don't have a brick and mortar. Anyways, moving forward, this is optional, but it does increase your approval odds. You just look more professional, right? So the business website, the professional email, the domain name. Domain name is this, by the way, like google.com. That's the domain name. Anyways, it's not necessary. You don't need to have a Google My Business, none of that. Does it help? Yes. Is it necessary? No. There's lenders out there that do not care. The phone number, if you're using your personal, eventually switch it to business, right? Again, this really just comes with time. As you get bigger, you're just gonna naturally be able to buy those things and afford it, and it'll make sense. Accounting software or a CPA to prep your taxes, again, not necessary. I have people that do it themselves, or they just don't track the right things. you know, they're good at what they do, but when it comes to all the financial math, they just do not care. But we still get them funded, right? There's lenders out there that can get them funded. So now, business address, as I mentioned, no virtual. Let's move forward. So your articles of organization or corporation are the legal documents that form your business entity. You always go off of what your articles state for the business name, who are the owners, the address, etc. This is the actual official legal document that forms your business. Okay. The steps vary from state to state when you update your articles. Typically, you file an amendment and then you send that to the appropriate state agency. So basically, you go to the Google update LLC address and then the state, or update corporation address and then the state. So, for example, I'll show you an example right now. So here, um, Florida. And then there it is, right? The division of corporations. It's all different, right? Some of them aren't like that. Like I'm from Arizona, so if I go to Arizona, it's like the Secretary of State or something like that, or the Corporate Commission Office, right? And there it is. I wish I can show you guys how to do it for every single state. You're just gonna have to figure out how to do the form yourself. I would literally have to make 50 different videos on how to do this. The most I can do for you is just show you where to do it. Like how to find the state agency website. But yeah, basically you file an amendment. That's how you do that. Again, do not use virtual. Home based is okay. A home based business, like that's everywhere now. To update your EIN, you can use the easiest method is a tax return. You file your taxes, you enter the new business address, boom, automatically updates, right? Or let's say you just don't want to file your taxes, like personal reasons, right? Whatever. Doesn't matter. you submit IRS form 8822-B, right? Go here. Don't worry if this is you don't have to worry about the form numbers, honestly. There's a bunch of different ways. But anyways, it's super easy. You go here and you just fill this out. Okay? Read through it carefully. Um you can also call the IRS. Honestly, like if you just don't want to I called them. That's what I did because I looked at the form. I get overwhelmed easily. Um when it comes to like filling stuff out like this, like I'm just, even though it's super simple, I know it's simple, I get overwhelmed, right? But anyways, you can call them. This is their phone number, or you can just go to their website and get their number, if you don't trust that number. um I completely get it. I understand if you don't want to call it, right? But anyways, that's besides the point is you can call the IRS and do that. If you need to update the business name on the EIN, it's the same steps here. um you want to check for actually, yeah, you want to check first before changing the EIN. There's rules to whether you need to get a new one or not. You want to read through it. So like LLCs, get a new one if you're forming a new LLC, new single member, or form a new multi. So basically new, right? But you don't need a new EIN if you change your name or locations, right? So take a look on whether or not you need a new one. Generally, it's very rare that you're going to actually have to update the business name on the EIN. It's, you actually would have to update it probably through the state website first and then go here. But at that point, honestly, like if you're doing all that, like just get a whole new LLC, right, or an H corporation. There's also sending a written request, right? And then again, you can just call the IRS. I typically call. Also, keep in mind that if you have a CPA, they can do all this for you. So you can just get a CPA, right, to do it for you if you have one. If you need an EIN, you just go to the IRS website, right? It's free. So IRS EIN, that's how you get to the website, right? And you apply. It's 100% free. You're going to want to have your articles of incorporation or organization in front of you when you do this because you want everything to match what's on your articles, okay? So important reminders. Use the address from your articles when updating. If you have a CPA, they can handle all of this. The updates may take 4 to 6 weeks, so plan ahead. Once it's updated, make sure the new business name or address matches your bank account as well, the DUNS number, Experian profile, and all legal docs. So let's continue. So update your DUNS number. If you don't have one, I'll show you how to get one here in section 3. But basically, you go here to the Duns and Bradstreet, right? You an update. You have to search it first, right? And then at that point, you can start updating everything. Um, Also, no, if you're an established business, you can also update the business revenue, your employees, and the industry you're in on here through this profile. Just be aware of updating your NICS code to restricted industry. Because remember, some of them are auto denials. Your Experian profile, it's very similar to the DMV. You want to go here to go ahead and correct any business errors. So update your credit profile. Go submit request. Hold on, let me just click here real quick. It might be the other page. Update, submit updates, yeah. And so you basically just search the business, right? You put in here, click start search. If you're not in the system, it'll tell you to create a profile. If you are, then it'll pull up your account and then you can start making the updates, okay? Get a merchant processor if you don't have one. So there's two types. There's traditional business, there's like the merchant accounts. You can get this through basically any bank or provider. Or you can use a third party merchant processors like Stripe, QuickBooks, PayPal. So here are the differences really. You can read through them. Generally speaking, this is just instant. The traditional ones, they're a little bit more strict. They check your credit. There's a bunch of things, right? If you just don't want to get overwhelmed, I use QuickBooks. That's what I use. And it works good enough. Remember that a lot of this, some of this stuff, you just need to be good enough, right? You just have to get it good enough. Um, and here's some final thoughts on your merchant bank account. And I hope that that was clear, right? I'll probably later on make a video exactly how to update one. I just gotta create it, right? Right now, I just want to give actionable steps. This is honestly pretty straightforward. It's not difficult. It's actually very easy to navigate. Okay, but again, I just want to get this up, and that's why I didn't go into in depth on how to do all the updates, right? Same thing with the IRS. Honestly, the IRS, like, I would just call them because, like, if you can do it through all these different methods, but I would call them or get a CPA. That's the easiest and fastest way to do it. At least I think. And then the Dun and Bradstreet, like I said, I'll make a video later on how to specifically do that. Okay.